So I just finished. Okay, I just finished cutting a house over here in Hollywood. I'm by the Seminole Reservation, and that's a Nissan 240. I think it might have been a 1996 or 97. It was a very old body, round body style. There was a guy named Courtney who gave me a call that lives by the Seminole Reservation, and he said, "Hey, can you come and cut my grass?" He called me like two weeks ago, maybe a week and a half ago. It wasn't too long ago. So he was a new client of mine, and very nice gentleman. And I got to meet his whole family and everything. And so I cut his grass. I was cutting the front of his lawn, and then the neighbor came outside, and he was an older Spanish guy, I think, and very old man, probably about as old as my dad, maybe a little bit older than my dad, maybe about the same age, I don't know. And his name was Larry, and he's like, hey, can you do my lawn too? It's just the front. There's nothing in the back. I was like, yeah, sure. And he's like, how much? I was like, $20. So I did the front of his lawn, and I did the guy who called me originally. His name is Courtney. So every time I go there, I do both. I do Courtney's yard, both front and back, and I do Larry's yard, just the front. So I do basically two houses, 1.5 houses when I go there. So Courtney called me back today, and I went back there and I was doing the front yard. Then Larry heard me outside because I parked right in front of his house. It's a dead end block, and he came outside while I was mowing the yard, and he came up and was like, "Yo, can you do my yard?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." So then I gave him like the thumbs up because I was mowing at the same time, and he's like, he was like doing sign language to me, and I was like, yeah, I'll do it. So as soon as I was done, I started mowing his lawn, and when I got done with the front of both of the houses, I started working on the back, and then I eventually finished up. The guy Courtney paid me check. Larry gave me $20, so I walked out of there, with a good amount of cash. So then before I was leaving, me and Larry were talking, and he was like, "Hey, do you know anybody who sharpens blades?" We were talking about a truck too. He's like, "You know anybody selling a truck?" I was like, "Nah, I have no idea who's selling a truck." He's like, "I'm trying to buy a truck," and then he asked me, he's like, "You know anybody who sharpens blades?" I was like, "Well, what kind of blades?" And he's like, "Lawnmower." I was like, "Yeah, I sharpen lawnmower blades." And he's like, "What about the old ones?" And I was like, "I don't know what you're talking about. I'd have to see it, And then he's like, "All right, I'm gonna go open up the back gate, bring it out so you can check it out." So I'm sitting there, and then I told him, I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna finish putting my stuff in the truck, so I'll just wait out front." He's like, "All right." So I grabbed my stuff, put it in the truck, and I'm just waiting. And I'm curious to see what the hell he's talking about, old lawnmowers. So I'm like, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? Like, what? So he brings out the lawnmower. It was crazy. The lawnmower, the ones with the blades, it's like 2 wheels. I can't show you right now because I'm driving, but I'm about to stop right now in like 10 seconds. So I'm gonna show you what the lawnmower looks like. It's like one of those manual blade lawnmowers. It has no engine. It's just a push blade. It's like a cylinder, and around the cylinder it's got like blades or whatever. You guys will see what I'm talking about in just a second. Excuse me. So he let me borrow it, and I'm gonna sharpen it up. I'm gonna look up on YouTube to see how to sharpen this blade. I'm pretty sure, just by looking at it, I know what to do already, but I just want to really see in case I have to take something off. So I'm gonna do just a little bit of research before I put my hands on it. But this thing is exciting. I'm gonna show you it right now. So this is the lawnmower that I was talking about right here. It's the lawnmower that I was talking about. And I was like, "How do you use this thing?" And he's like, "Oh, you gotta flip it around." So I flipped it around. And that's how you use it, I guess. That's how you use it. It's cutting. That's crazy. So these are the blades that I'm gonna be sharpening. Once I sharpen those, just do it one blade at a time, and beam, cutting like a maniac. So this is a cool little project I got working on. He asked me how much you charge to sharpen it. I was like, man, I'm just sharpening it for free, man. This is gonna be a cool project for me. Never got my hands on something like this. So he's like, all right, thanks. So bang, give me $20. Sharpen this blade. This is awesome.